Hey guys, I'm 13 in the toilet, so I'm video recording like usual. This one says, please do not spit beetle nut into the toilet, this is toilet, that means urinal. And beetle nut is kind of like chewing tobacco. And then over here you got this one. Step forward, nothing drop off. Yeah, I fucking hope nothing drops off. What do they mean by that? Okay, I got a story for you guys. I'm not sure if I've told it before. Probably have somewhere, but I'm going to tell you about my closest call. Let's rephrase that. My closest close call. Yeah, this guy's totally going to fucking cut me off. Fat pig. No signal light. Just get up in front of me and then turn into me. And it's also illegal for him to turn left there. Scooters aren't allowed to turn left at that intersection at all. They have to do a 2-point turn, and I've described that in my other videos. Anyways, this guy's tall. What was I saying? Oh yeah, my closest close call. I was it's a kind of a funny story. This was back a long time ago. I was riding a 250, like 2-stroke racing bike, kind of like a MotoGP 250 type bike, and fast as hell. Well, it accelerates fast as hell, super light, agile. It's one of the funnest bikes you can ride in the world. I highly recommend them. If 2-strokes are legal wherever you live, then sell whatever bike you own and go get yourself a 250 2-stroke. They're awesome. Anyways, so I was, it was a Sunday, and at the time, I was like assistant manager at a school in Taiwan, and we had a convention that day. We invited all the branches of that school to our city, not to our school, because it was too big of a meeting, so we held it at, one second, I gotta be loud for a sec. Nothing like scaring people. So yeah, the convention was like at a big fancy hotel in our city, and I was in charge of it. So I was like, you know, the whole thing was me. I planned it all. I picked the topics. I picked the speakers. I picked the events. It's all me. And see if I can slide sideways. Little. So yeah, the whole event was me, and it started at like noon or 1-ish, and I decide to like wake up early and go for a motorcycle ride because it's Sunday and that's what you do on a Sunday. And I head out by myself, and then I run into some other guys that I know, and I tell the guys I need to be back by 10 o'clock in the morning. I need to be back by 10. I think we started riding around 8 in the morning and we're heading out, and I tell them I need to be back by 10, and they said, yeah, no problem, you'll be back by 10. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, we're riding from 8, and then 8:30, 9 o'clock, 9:15, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. I need to be back by 10, and we've been riding for over an hour, and it's now 9:15, and how am I going to be, you know, if it took us an hour and 50 minutes to get here, how is it only going to take 45 minutes to get back? And then I'm thinking to myself, oh, maybe, you know, there's going to be a shortcut. Maybe we're taking a long way out. We're going to take a quick way back or something. Because I asked the guy again, I'm like, are you sure we're going to be back by 10? Because, you know, it's already past 9. He's like, yeah. And then around 9:30-ish, I'm like, okay, this doesn't make sense. We've been riding for an hour and a half. I got 30 minutes to get back because I still want to, like, shower and change and head over to the hotel and stuff. So I say to the guy again, I'm like, how am I going to make it back by 10 if it's 9:30? And he says, oh, 10. I thought you were saying 4, because in Chinese, 10 and 4 sound very similar. Kind of like 14 or kind of like what? Oh, yeah, kind of like 15 and 50, like 50 and 15, kind of sounds similar. In Chinese, 4 and 10 kind of sounds similar. So he thought I was saying 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm saying 10 o'clock in the morning I need to be back by. So once I'm like, oh, shit. So I'm like, okay, well, I got to head back. and my 250 had no license plate. It was an illegal bike, so I didn't have to worry about getting speeding tickets. So I just made a U-turn and I just brought that thing up to about 160, 170 kilometers an hour. The speed limit on that road was 50. And I just held it at like 160, 170 and just held it there and just flew back the way I came. And this was shortly after the big earthquake that hit Taiwan back in, I don't know, back when? Back in like what was it? I don't know, 1990, I don't know, 1999. So yeah, it was just after, this was shortly after Taiwan got hit with a big earthquake, and the roads were kind of messed up. They had, you know, like cracks and whatnot. And it was funny too, because on the way out, we're riding along on this like main road, and at one point in the main road, there was this like crack all the way across the road, and one part of the road was higher than the other part by like a half a foot. So it was pretty much like a curb, you know. I was like, I'm riding along. When we were heading out, I'm riding along, and all of a sudden the bike dropped 6 inches, and I'm just like, whoa! It was like going off a curb. And at the time, I thought to myself, I'm gonna need to be careful of this curb on the way back, because on the way back, I'm gonna be crashing into it, not riding down it. Right? So sure enough, here I am flying home doing over triple the speed limit, and then I see it. I see the curb coming up ahead, and I'm